You want me to grab this?
Huh?
You want me to grab this?
No, just, it's fine. I'm going up.
I'm not sure, but it's not looking.
Huh?
He brings up this thing. He thinks that if he puts up Big D, he's not sure that SB would have the votes to say because Big D isn't a big enough threat.
What the fuck is he talking about? We have the fucking number.
That's what we were just explaining to him.
He knows.
But he thinks people are going to be essentially
If I'm
too
sitting there, I'm going the fuck home.
That's what we're trying to get him to see. And if you go home, he just lost his shield. He becomes the biggest target in the house. So we're trying to get him to see. But it feels like somebody's gotten in his ear. But we have been in his ear. And we're the last ones to get in his ear before we do this damn ceremony.
Is he a fucking idiot?
Kind of.
Am I going up?
I don't know. I feel like we're convincing him not to. It's fucking stupid. If you go after him, you don't have the guarantee.
He just became the biggest target on the week that he can't win HOH.
Christian did not put you up last week and didn't even question putting you up, is what I said. Then, if he puts you up, he doesn't even guarantee the votes. Because me and X are voting for SB to stay. Tiff and Claire aren't going to vote for SB to stay.
Are they?
I don't know. Either way, that's what I'm telling you. If you put her next to Big D, you have unanimous votes for her to stay. If you put up Christian, and I was like, do you have the votes? I don't know.
What do you think he's telling SB right now?
I don't know.
If anything's convincing him to put me up.
Yeah, go down there. You need to go down there. Yeah, one of us needs to be in that room. Because if anything, he's going to try to convince. Because SB's nervous about like her chance to stay against Big D, then it would almost benefit her for you to go
It
up.
makes the most sense for me to go up.
Mm-hmm. So in a sense, almost like what she said to Brittany is kind of like if she comes down, then you would go up. It almost holds true if you're sitting next to her when Brittany comes down.
I told Brittany as she walked in I was going up. I don't know how that changed her opinion. I know she's going to do differently, but...
Yeah, no, at this point, I don't know. Because he does, before he kept saying with, like, conviction, like, hey, I'm putting Big D up. But then right before the ceremony, now all of a sudden it's like, well, I'm considering all my options. What do you mean you're considering all your options now?
I feel like I still would have the votes to stay, but I think if I'm sitting on the block, people would consider taking me out now.
They 100% would.
So I wouldn't have the votes, you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that you wouldn't have the votes. At that point, we would have to go to work. But everyone's going to consider taking you out if you're sitting on the block come Thursday night.
You, Alyssa.
SB can't vote because she'd be sitting next to you. So essentially, he'd make it to where you lost a vote by putting you next to SB.
You, Alyssa, Tiff, Claire.
We'd need one more.
I don't think...
Maybe?
Oh, Brittany, yeah.
Brittany would possibly be that swing vote. But it depends on if Brittany wants to take out the bigger threat or keep around someone that she's closer with. So I guess it depends on whether Brittany's thinking from a personal standpoint or from a game standpoint. If she's thinking from a game standpoint, then I don't know that we do. We would have 4. It would be a 4 to 5. Brittany would be the swing vote. And I think if you are sitting next to SB, I think she would know that she's the swing vote. Because Kai's keeping SB, Big D, and so would probably keep SB. Just because from a game standpoint, it would make sense to give her, if they're going to take a shot at her team, it would make sense to take out the biggest target on our team. And then
No, if
Hannah's going to do
Brittany's a swing, I'm staying.
If Brittany's a swing, you'd be staying. And we also could potentially have Hannah.
I don't know about that.
I don't know either, just because if he puts you out and him and her are really close, then she might be more so persuaded to vote you out. So at that point, yeah, Brittany's a swing vote. So if you're sitting next to Ashby, it's not game over.
If Brittany's a swing vote, then I'm good.
Yeah. So if you're sitting next to Ashby, it's not game over. But we are going to have to do some work. We're going to have to go to work to convince people to keep you.
I'm gonna talk so much shit on my speech. This man fucking changes his mind with the fucking blow of the wind. Okay, he can't be trusted at all. Week 1, he started all these fucking rumors. He needs to go out, and his best chance to go out is keeping me around.
I think he thinks that if he doesn't take you out now, you're going to take him out later. Because he's under the impression, or somebody got in his ear and said that, like, if you don't take a shot at Christian, he's going to take a shot at you either next week or the week after.